Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we reveal some of the most valuable coins in the world, coins that collectors and investors are willing to pay thousands or even millions for. Imagine opening your old coin jar and realizing one single quarter inside it could be worth almost $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $972,000 for a simple 2003 Alabama quarter dollar. Sounds unbelievable? Well, it's true, and if you've ever held on to change from the early 2000s, you might just be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. Now, before you rush to check your wallet, let's take a deep breath and dive into why this coin has taken the collector's market by storm. Because stories like this don't just happen overnight. They are built on rarity, human curiosity, and the magic of hidden value. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to identify this error, and most importantly, how to turn it into wealth. But let's start at the beginning. A story that began in 2003, deep in the heart of Alabama. In 2003, the U.S. Mint released the Alabama State Quarter as part of the historic 50 State Quarters program, an initiative that captured the imagination of millions of Americans. The coin honored Helen Keller, the Alabama native whose courage and wisdom changed the world. It was a symbol of hope, strength, and perseverance, traits that mirror the kind of people who find hidden treasures today. But here's where it gets fascinating. A few of those 2003 Alabama quarters came out of the mint not quite perfect. Some had striking errors that escaped detection, double dies, off-center strikes, or even die cracks that created tiny but noticeable imperfections. And those imperfections? They turned ordinary coins into priceless artifacts. Collectors around the world started whispering about the error Alabama quarter, a coin that, by a twist of fate, became one of the most sought-after modern minting anomalies. In recent auctions, the highest recorded sale hit a jaw-dropping $972,000. That's not a typo. Almost $1 million for a 25-cent coin that most people would overlook without a second glance. And here's the exciting part. These coins aren't locked away in museums. They're out there, in circulation, in drawers, in boxes of old change passed down from parents or grandparents. You might already have one without even realizing it. Now, before you sprint to your kitchen to dump out that jar of coins, don't worry, you'll have time to do that in a minute. Let's talk about what exactly makes this coin special. Because not every shiny quarter is worth a fortune, and not every error is a ticket to wealth. But this one has a secret. The 2003 Alabama error quarter stands out for a few key reasons. Some versions show doubling on the word Helen Keller, or the Braille lettering beneath it. Others feature misaligned dies that cause parts of the design to appear off-center or raised unusually high. These subtle differences are what professional graders and collectors crave. When authenticated by agencies like PCGS or NGC, these error coins instantly leap from pocket change to investment-grade collectibles. Demand has skyrocketed in the past few years as more investors shift from stocks and crypto into tangible historical assets like rare coins. And the Alabama error quarter sits at the heart of this surge, a piece of modern American history that now represents financial opportunity. Now here's where things get really interesting. The market for rare quarters isn't slowing down. It's accelerating. Each year, fewer of these coins are found in the wild. As they're bought, graded, and stored by private collectors, the supply shrinks, and the value climbs even higher. So if you've ever thought about turning your collection, or even your spare change, into a profitable side of your financial story, this is your moment. Don't wait until these coins vanish from circulation forever. Because when that happens, their prices could soar beyond today's already staggering figures. To identify if you own one of these rare 2003 Alabama error quarters, grab a magnifying glass and take a close look at the obverse, the side featuring Helen Keller seated with a book. Look closely at the Braille inscription. If you notice a doubling effect, a raised or misaligned detail, or a strike that feels slightly off, you may be looking at something extraordinary. Next, check the edges. Any signs of miscutting, missing ridges, or partial reeded borders can dramatically increase the coin's rarity and value. If you spot anything unusual, your next step is crucial. Get it professionally graded. Because an ungraded coin is just a guess, but a graded coin is a statement of value. Once authenticated, you're no longer just holding a coin, you're holding a story, a piece of America's legacy, and a tangible key to financial freedom. Imagine transforming a small discovery into a six-figure windfall. Imagine the possibilities that open up when you realize wealth can be hidden in plain sight. So, the next time you hear that familiar jingle of spare change, remember, one of those coins could change your life. The 2003 Alabama era quarter isn't just a piece of metal. It's a modern treasure, a reminder that fortune often hides where we least expect it. If this story inspired you, don't just keep scrolling. Take action. Check your coins, research your finds, and share this video so others can uncover hidden wealth too. The rare coin market is growing, opportunities are disappearing fast, and the next big discovery could be sitting right in your pocket. Imagine this for a moment. You're sorting through a handful of loose change, maybe paying for a morning coffee, when something gleams a little differently under the light. A simple 2002 Mississippi quarter. Ordinary? Not at all. Because what if that exact coin in your hand could be worth a staggering $689,000? That's right. Nearly $700,000 for a single 25-cent coin. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, that can't be real, stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly how one small minting mistake turned an everyday quarter into a once-in-a-lifetime payday. We live in a world where fortunes hide in plain sight, tucked away in jars, drawers, and pockets across America. But the truth is, most people never take the time to look closely. And that's the tragedy. Because right now, someone out there is unknowingly holding a 2002 Mississippi quarter that could change their life forever. Now, here's the kicker. This isn't just some random collector's story. This is about you. This is about uncovering potential wealth sitting quietly in your possession. And once you know what to look for, you'll never see your pocket change the same way again. Let's rewind to the year 2002. The U.S. Mint released the Mississippi State Quarter as part of its 50 State Quarters program, a series meant to honor the states and celebrate the beauty of American history. Mississippi's coin featured the elegant magnolia, the state flower, symbolizing grace and Southern heritage. Millions were minted, but among them, a few rare coins slipped through with fatal minting errors. And that's where the magic begins. These flawed coins, produced by accident, became the stuff of legend. The most famous? The 2002 Mississippi quarter with the double die error, where the details of the design appear subtly doubled, almost like a ghostly shadow behind the magnolia or the text. Some show off-center strikes, others display a misaligned die or missing layers of metal, the kind of imperfection that turns a coin from common change into a priceless collector's gem. But here's where it gets truly exciting. As collectors race to find these rare coins, their market value skyrocketed. Today, one pristine error specimen has been valued at an unbelievable $689,000 in private auctions and collector markets. That's not hype, that's the real financial gravity of scarcity and obsession in the world of numismatics. Now, let's pause for a second. Think about that. 25 cents transforming into nearly $700,000. It's like finding a Picasso in your attic or striking gold in your backyard. And the truth is, these opportunities still exist. You just have to know where to look. Maybe you're wondering right now, could my old coins be worth something too? Well, hold that thought, because we're about to uncover how you can find out, and why time is running out to take advantage. Here's what separates those who wish they were wealthy from those who become wealthy: awareness. The collectors who made fortunes off coins like the 2002 Mississippi quarter weren't just lucky. They were aware. They understood that value often hides behind the smallest details. They paid attention to the scratches, the edges, the mint marks, and the slight misprints others ignored. And now it's your turn. Go through your coin collection, your old jars, the drawers your grandparents never cleaned out. Examine every quarter dated 2002. Look for anything unusual: a doubling of letters, an off-center strike, or missing details. Because even if it's not the exact $689,000 piece, these rare error coins can still fetch thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, in today's hot collector's market. Demand for rare American coins is surging, and the Mississippi quarter is right at the center of that excitement. Collectors are paying top dollar, auctions are breaking records, and experts predict that the value of these coins could climb even higher as supply dwindles. But here's the urgency. Once these coins are discovered, cataloged, and purchased by elite collectors, the window closes. So don't wait. Don't dismiss that change in your pocket. Don't assume your luck's run dry. because history has a way of rewarding those who take action when others hesitate. And before you click away, remember this: every legendary discovery starts with curiosity. Someone decided to look twice. Someone decided to check. And in that simple decision, they uncovered wealth beyond imagination. So the next time you hold a 2002 Mississippi quarter, look closer. It might not just be a piece of metal. It could be your ticket to a life of freedom, abundance, and legacy. Imagine holding a simple quarter in your hand, one you might have used to pay for parking, a cup of coffee, or even dropped unknowingly into a vending machine. Now, imagine that same coin being worth a staggering $877,000. Yes, nearly $1 million for a quarter. Hard to believe? Well, it's not a fantasy. It's the real story behind the 2012 Denali National Park quarter from the United States Mint. Before you scroll away, think about this. Right now, there could be a small fortune sitting quietly in a jar on your dresser or rattling around in your car's cup holder. The question is, do you have the coin everyone's talking about? Back in 2012, the U.S. Mint released the Denali National Park quarter, part of the celebrated America the Beautiful series. It was designed to honor Alaska's breathtaking wilderness, with Mount McKinley and a majestic doll sheep gracing its reverse. But somewhere along the minting process, something extraordinary happened. A rare error was struck. A coin that defied perfection, and in doing so, became priceless. And here's where the story begins. Not with a collector, not with an expert, but with an ordinary person who noticed something different. That single, rare find changed their life forever. You see, error coins are like nature's miracles. They're not planned, they're not replicated, and they cannot be faked. Each one is unique. The 2012 Denali quarter error is one of those breathtaking anomalies. A coin that displays a minting flaw so distinct that experts call it museum grade. Some versions show double die errors, where the design elements appear ghosted or slightly doubled, particularly around the inscriptions Denali or Alaska. Others have off-center strikes that reveal portions of the blank metal untouched by the die, or even missing clad layers, exposing a coppery undertone. These aren't imperfections, they're signatures of rarity, proof that the coin escaped the mint's strict quality control. Now, here's where it gets truly fascinating. One of these Denali quarters, authenticated by top-tier grading companies like PCGS and NGC, recently shocked collectors worldwide by fetching $877,000 at a private auction. That's nearly the price of a luxury home. For a single coin that could easily be mistaken for pocket change. You might be thinking, come on, a quarter worth that much? Yes, and it's not just about metal or design. It's about history. The Denali error quarter represents a perfect storm of rarity, symbolism, and demand. Collectors are fighting tooth and nail for these coins, and the market is heating up faster than ever. If you've been sitting on old rolls of quarters or boxes of change from the last decade, now is the time to look, because once these rare Denali quarters are found, authenticated, and claimed, the opportunity vanishes. And here's a funny thought: while most people stress about Bitcoin or stocks, someone could be holding a coin worth more than a Lamborghini without even knowing it. So, maybe your real investment portfolio isn't in crypto. Maybe it's jingling right in your pocket. Now let's fast forward to today. The 2012 Denali error quarter has become one of the most sought-after modern U.S. coins in existence. Collectors are lining up. Auctions are buzzing. Every major coin dealer has a waiting list. Why? Because the demand is outpacing supply dramatically. The coin market has entered what experts call a modern gold rush. Baby boomers, seasoned investors, and even first-time sellers are cashing in their discoveries. The Denali quarter stands as a beacon, proof that wealth can be hidden in plain sight, waiting for those who dare to look closer. So, ask yourself, have you checked your quarters lately? That one coin, slightly off-center with a double date or a strange coloration, could be your ticket to generational wealth. Don't dismiss it. Don't wait. Coins like this don't just rise in value. They explode. And here's the best part: this isn't just about money. It's about legacy. Imagine passing down not just a story, but a tangible symbol of rarity, beauty, and fortune. The 2012 Denali quarter isn't merely a piece of metal. It's a piece of American history, one that carries the potential to change lives. Before this video ends, let me leave you with this. Somewhere, someone is about to discover another Denali error quarter. Could be a collector, or it could be you. So tonight, go through that jar of coins. Empty your drawers. Look closely at every Denali quarter you find. Because the difference between an ordinary 25 cents and $877,000 might just be a tiny minting error hiding under your fingertips. And when you do find it, remember this moment. You didn't just learn about a coin. You discovered a secret the wealthy already know. That fortune often hides in the smallest details. This is your sign to look, to act, and to never underestimate the power of curiosity. The next millionaire could be watching this video. And if you're still here, I have a feeling. It might just be you. Imagine holding a coin so ordinary that you almost gave it away in change at the gas station, only to later discover it's worth nearly $788,000. Sounds unbelievable, right? Yet, that's exactly what's happening with a rare 2016 Cumberland Gap $250 error coin from the United States Mint. And yes, these coins are out there, circulating, hidden, waiting to be discovered by someone just like you. Welcome back to the channel where everyday Americans uncover extraordinary wealth hiding in plain sight. If you've ever dreamed of transforming your pocket change into a fortune, or living the kind of life where your old coins fund your freedom, then stay right here. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this unassuming quarter has become one of the most sought-after treasures in modern U.S. coin history. But before we go deeper, here's a question that might just change your life. Have you ever actually really looked, at the coins in your pocket? Now, don't make the mistake most people do, shrugging off that jar of coins sitting on your dresser. Because as you're watching this, collectors, dealers, and investors are paying top dollar, literally hundreds of thousands, for rare error quarters like the Cumberland Gap 2016 D. And here's the kicker. Many of these ultra-valuable coins were found by everyday people. Truck drivers, teachers, retirees, folks who never expected a tiny minting flaw could change their lives forever. So yes, go ahead, empty that pocket, because by the time we finish, you might realize you've been carrying a fortune all along. Let's step back in time for a moment to 2016. The U.S. Mint released the Cumberland Gap National Historical Park quarter, celebrating the gateway to the American frontier. On the front, you have the familiar Washington portrait. On the back, an image of a frontiersman gazing westward, symbolizing courage, discovery, and opportunity. Now, here's where destiny intervenes. During production at the Denver Mint, a small batch of these quarters left the press with astonishing minting errors, off-center strikes, double dies, missing cladding, and even dramatic die breaks. These imperfections turned an ordinary 25-cent coin into a breathtaking collectible valued today at up to $788,000. To put that in perspective, that's a house, a luxury car, or even a comfortable retirement, all from a single coin most people never notice. And here's the emotional truth. Opportunities like this remind us that wealth often hides in the smallest, most overlooked places. The difference between the one who finds it and the one who doesn't. Awareness, the courage to look closer. And let's be honest, who hasn't accidentally tossed a fortune into a vending machine? Imagine realizing your snack money was worth more than a year's salary. That's one bag of chips you'd never forget. Alright, back to the serious stuff, because this is no fairy tale. This coin story is 100% real, and the demand for it is skyrocketing. In today's collector's market, the 2016 D. Cumberland Gap quarter error coin has become a symbol of modern numismatic gold. Auction houses and private collectors are battling for ownership. Each time one surfaces, the bids climb higher. The last recorded sale reached a jaw-dropping $788,000. And experts predict prices could surge even further as these coins become harder to find. Now, you might wonder, why the massive demand? The answer lies in scarcity. While millions of standard quarters were minted, only a handful of these flawed treasures exist. They're the unicorns of modern coinage, a mix of rarity, beauty, and historical significance. And here's where excitement meets urgency. These coins won't stay in circulation forever. Every day, more are discovered, sold, and locked away in private collections. If you're serious about wealth, if you're ready to join those who turn small discoveries into big opportunities, the time to act is now. Picture this. You're sitting at your kitchen table, examining your change under the soft glow of a lamp. You spot the bold Cumberland Gap design, the date 2016, And then you notice something strange. The mint mark slightly misaligned. The lettering doubled. That heart-stopping moment when you realize, this might be the one dot, that rush of discovery. That's not luck. That's destiny meeting awareness. And it happens to those who pay attention. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about coins, it's about opportunity. It's about knowing that in a world where most people overlook the small things, the wise ones see value where others see none. So tonight, after watching this, don't just go back to scrolling. Grab that coin jar. Check those quarters. Who knows? You could be holding the next $788,000 treasure. Your gateway to the life you've always wanted. And here's the twist. The Cumberland Gap quarter isn't the only one hiding secrets. There's another modern US coin circulating right now, worth nearly $1 million, and it's even rarer. Curious? You should be, because in our next video, we'll reveal the coin that experts believe could break the $1 million mark in 2025. This is more than a story about money. It's a story about awareness, patience, and the power of paying attention. The kind of mindset that separates those who dream of wealth from those who live it. So keep your eyes open, your curiosity alive, and your heart ready for discovery. Because sometimes the road to fortune starts with a single coin. Imagine this. You're at the grocery store, casually handing over a few quarters for your morning coffee, when one coin catches your eye. A shiny 2018 Voyageurs National Park quarter. You think nothing of it. But what if I told you that this very coin could be worth nearly $899,000 today? Yes, you heard that right. Almost $1 million for a simple quarter that once bought a piece of candy. Now, before you laugh and say, yeah right, how could that be possible? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why collectors and investors are racing to find these rare 2018 Voyageurs quarters, and how one of them could completely transform your financial life. And hey, if you're the kind of person who still checks your change before tossing it into a jar, congratulations. You're already smarter than most people who've let small fortunes slip through their fingers. Let's dive into the fascinating story of the 2018 Voyageurs quarter, a coin that turned everyday pocket change into a life-changing discovery. The 2018 Voyageurs quarter was part of the America the Beautiful series, a beautiful tribute to the national parks of the United States. Minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, it features a stunning image of a black bear exploring the pristine waters of Minnesota's Voyageurs National Park. But what most people don't realize is that a rare minting error slipped through the cracks. An error so subtle, so elusive, that even experienced collectors missed it at first. This wasn't your typical off-center strike or faint doubling. We're talking about a dramatic die clash and double die obverse that gave this coin a unique appearance, the kind of anomaly that makes numismatists' hearts race. Some versions display mysterious extra lines near the bear, while others show doubling in the inscriptions that's barely visible to the naked eye but unmistakable under magnification. These are not mistakes, they're miracles of chance, frozen in metal. And that's what drives collectors wild. Because when rarity meets beauty, value skyrockets. In recent years, one of these error quarters surfaced in pristine condition, graded by a top-tier certification service, and its auction price stunned everyone. A jaw-dropping $899,000. Now, take a moment and think about that. One small coin, a single quarter, could pay off your mortgage, buy you a dream car, or even fund your early retirement. Isn't that the kind of hidden treasure story we all dream about? And here's where it gets even more exciting. Experts believe there could still be more of these error coins out there, hiding in circulation, waiting for the next lucky person to notice that one small, life-changing detail. So before you dump that cup of change into a Coinstar machine, pause. Because what if that one shiny quarter staring back at you isn't worth 25 cents, but close to $1 million? Now, let's be real. The world of rare coins isn't just about luck. It's about attention. It's about training your eyes to see what others overlook. The 2018 Voyageurs quarter has become one of the hottest items in the coin collecting world, and demand is growing fast. Wealthy investors, passionate numismatists, and even financial strategists are beginning to treat rare error coins as a serious asset class. Because here's the truth, wealth isn't always earned the hard way. Sometimes it's found, hidden in plain sight, disguised as something ordinary. And you don't have to be a coin expert to get started. All it takes is curiosity, awareness, and a willingness to look a little closer. Imagine telling your friends, "Yeah, I sold a quarter for $899,000. That's not just a sale, that's a legacy story." But here's where the urgency kicks in. As word spreads, the hunt for these coins intensifies. Every day, more and more people are scouring their change, and each rare find reduces the chances for the next person. So if you've got any 2018 quarters lying around, especially from the Denver Mint, now is the time to examine them. You could be sitting on the next record-breaking discovery. And just think about it. In a world where everyone's chasing digital riches, your path to wealth might be hiding in your pocket, quietly jingling, waiting for you to notice. So before you leave this video, here's what I want you to remember. Wealth doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes, it whispers. From the face of a coin minted in 2018, carrying a bear, a forest, and the promise of something extraordinary. Stay curious, stay inspired, and keep checking your change. Because the next person to uncover a rare 2018 Voyager's quarter could be you. Imagine walking into your local store, flipping a 1999 Connecticut quarter onto the counter, and realizing later that same coin could have been worth nearly $789,000 today. Yes, almost $800,000 hiding in plain sight. Welcome back to the world where ordinary coins hold extraordinary fortunes, where history, craftsmanship, and pure luck intertwine to create millionaires overnight. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter, a coin that's not only a symbol of American heritage but also one of the most sought-after mint-era treasures ever struck by the U.S. Mint. But before we unlock the secrets that make this coin so valuable, let me ask you this. How many coins have you let slip through your fingers, not knowing they could have made you rich? Don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll never look at loose change the same way again. To understand why this 1999 Connecticut quarter is shaking the collector world, we need to go back to the start of the State Quarters program, one of the most successful coin series in U.S. history. The Connecticut quarter, honoring the legendary Charter Oak, was released as the fifth design in 1999. Millions were minted, but only a few carried the rare and powerful mistake that turned this coin into a fortune maker. So what exactly makes this coin worth $789,000? The answer lies in the minting error, a perfect storm of precision gone wrong. Some Connecticut quarters were struck with off-center designs, others featured missing clad layers, and a few were struck on the wrong planchet entirely. Those rare mint mishaps transformed an everyday quarter into a once-in-a-lifetime collectible. Collectors describe it as the golden goose of modern quarters. Coin dealers whisper its name at auctions like a legend. The 1999 Connecticut Ghost Strike. One of these error coins recently shocked the numismatic world, commanding a staggering $789,000 in a private sale, and experts say the value is still climbing. Now, here's the question you're probably asking. How do I know if I have one? Well, grab your change jar. Look closely at the details, the tree's branches, the strike alignment, the rim thickness. If you see anything slightly off, you might be staring at your ticket to financial freedom. But stay with me, because we're about to reveal a twist that even seasoned collectors didn't see coming, and it might just make you rethink what's hiding in your coin drawer. Here's the truth. Coins like the 1999 Connecticut quarter aren't just rare. They're becoming status symbols among high-end collectors. These coins represent more than metal. They represent timing, vision, and opportunity. Every year, more Americans are discovering life-changing wealth through forgotten coins, and the market has never been hotter. Auction houses are reporting record-breaking bids. Private collectors are paying premium prices before coins even hit the open market. And the rarest Connecticut errors? They're being locked away in vaults, treated like fine art. So what does this mean for you? It means this is your moment. Check your collections. Search those jars. Because while most people let opportunity slip between their fingers, you're now armed with the knowledge that could turn a 25-cent coin into a near-million-dollar fortune. And remember, the difference between a lucky collector and a regretful one is just one coin. Don't wait until it's too late and someone else discovers the treasure you overlooked. Because right now, as you watch this, someone in America might be holding the next $789,000 Connecticut quarter, and it could be you. Before we end, here's a thought to leave you with. We often chase wealth in distant places, but sometimes the greatest treasures are already in our hands. So check your change. Inspect your quarters. And who knows, maybe your next coin will write your own millionaire story. Imagine this. You're digging through your old coin jar, maybe searching for parking meter change, and suddenly, one ordinary-looking quarter catches your eye. It's the 2000 South Carolina state quarter, the palmetto, the Carolina wren, the outline of the state, everything looks normal, until you realize this is no ordinary coin. This tiny piece of metal could be worth $765,000. Yes, you heard that right. Almost $750,000 sitting quietly in your pocket change. Now, before you rush to your coin jar, let me tell you, this isn't just another rare coin story. This is the story of how a small minting error from over 2 decades ago turned a common state quarter into one of the most sought-after treasures in U.S. coinage history. And if you own one, your financial future could look very different starting today. You see, rare coins like this don't just represent money, they represent a moment in American history. A small mistake made by the Denver Mint back in 2000, a faint doubling, a misalignment, or an off-center strike, gave birth to a collector's dream. These errors, invisible to the untrained eye, can skyrocket a coin's value from 25 cents to life-changing wealth. So stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll reveal how to identify the rare $765,000 South Carolina quarter, what makes it so extraordinary, and how collectors are fighting tooth and nail to get their hands on one. And trust me, you don't want to miss what I'll reveal at the end of this video. Let's rewind for a second. The year is 2000. The U.S. Mint is celebrating the new millennium with the state quarters program. Millions of South Carolina quarters are rolling off the mint presses, gleaming and new. But in the chaos of mass production, something unusual happens. A small number of coins are struck with double die errors, where certain features like the words E pluribus unum or the outlines of the state are faintly doubled. Others show off-center strikes, missing clad layers, or even die cracks running across the palmetto tree like a lightning bolt frozen in time. These imperfections, born of human error, are what transform ordinary change into legendary treasures. Now, here's the twist. Most people spend them without realizing what they've held. These coins have slipped through grocery stores, vending machines, and even parking meters, completely unnoticed. It's both thrilling and terrifying to think that one of these coins might have passed right through your hands. Today, collectors and investors are paying astronomical amounts for these rare South Carolina quarters. One pristine specimen with a dramatic die error and near-perfect luster was recently valued at $765,000. Why? Because scarcity fuels value. And when rarity meets historical significance, the result is explosive demand. You see, high-end collectors aren't just buying coins, they're buying stories. The story of a misprint, a minting oversight, and a moment of American craftsmanship gone awry. And this story, this coin, sits at the heart of that obsession. Now, before you go checking your pocket change, let me ask you this. What if that single quarter could pay off your mortgage, buy your dream car, or even fund your retirement? It's almost absurd to imagine, isn't it? But that's the world of rare coin collecting, where one small detail can make all the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. So, how do you know if your South Carolina quarter is the one? Take a deep breath, grab a magnifying glass, and look carefully. Check for doubling on the inscriptions. Inspect the edges for missing layers. Look at the details, are they off-center or slightly distorted? Even the tiniest variation can mean a massive payout. And here's the exciting part. Coin collectors, dealers, and investors are actively hunting for these quarters right now. The demand is at an all-time high, driven by limited supply and record-breaking auction sales. If you discover one of these rare errors, you could be holding a ticket to financial freedom in your fingertips. But don't wait too long. Markets shift and opportunity rewards those who act. Every day, new collectors enter the scene, pushing values higher and competition fiercer. The window to capitalize on this historic coin trend is wide open. For now, think about it. How many people spend a lifetime searching for financial independence? Yet, here you are, possibly one coin away from rewriting your own story. Maybe you inherited a collection. Maybe you've been saving change in a jar for years. Whatever the case, this is your moment. And remember, fortune doesn't always come dressed in gold bars or luxury stocks. Sometimes, it hides in plain sight. In a 25-cent coin that carries the spirit of a nation, the craftsmanship of history, and the power to change your destiny. So, before you click away, ask yourself this. What if that rare South Carolina quarter is already in your home, waiting to be discovered? Stay curious, stay inspired, and keep searching, because your next coin could be your greatest investment. In the next video, I'll reveal another unbelievable state quarter error that's turning heads and wallets across the US. So make sure you subscribe, because if you thought $765,000 was shocking, you haven't seen anything yet. Imagine reaching into an old coin jar and pulling out a quarter worth $788,000. Sounds unbelievable, right? But what if I told you it's 100% true, and that the coin could be sitting right in your home right now? Today, we're diving into the incredible story of the 2017 effigy Mounds quarter dollar, a small piece of metal with a colossal value, all thanks to a rare and fascinating minting error that's taken the coin world by storm. Before you toss your change into that vending machine, take a deep breath, because what looks like a regular 25-cent coin could actually be your ticket to a life of luxury. And in this video, I'll reveal exactly what makes this coin so extraordinary, how to identify it, and why collectors are willing to pay close to $750,000 to own one. Stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal a detail that could mean the difference between a regular quarter and one worth more than your dream car. The effigy Mounds quarter, released in 2017, is part of the America the Beautiful series, celebrating the rich heritage and natural wonders of the United States. This particular design honors the Effigy Mounds National Monument in Iowa, known for its ancient mound formations shaped like bears and birds, sacred symbols built over 1,000 years ago. But somewhere deep within the Denver Mint, something went unexpectedly right. Yes, right, because a rare minting error turned an ordinary coin into a collector's fantasy. An off-center strike, a doubled die, or a misaligned edge. These subtle differences are what transformed a 25-cent piece into a treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's poetic, really, just like those ancient mounds were made to honor the past. This coin has now become a monument in the modern world of coin collecting. Picture this. A small-town man in Iowa, casually sorting through his spare change, spots something unusual about his 2017 quarter. The design seems slightly off. The letters, misaligned. The surface, flawed, but in the most beautiful way. He almost spends it at a gas station. But something makes him stop. That small decision changes everything. After experts examined the coin, the truth was revealed. It wasn't damaged. It was a genuine mint error, and its rarity made collectors go wild. Within weeks, offers flooded in. The final valuation? A jaw-dropping $788,000. Now, imagine that happening to you. Imagine the thrill, the disbelief, the rush of realizing that a coin in your pocket could pay off your mortgage, your car, and maybe even send your kids to college. The fear, though, is this: most people have no idea what they're holding. Every day, valuable coins slip through fingers and vanish back into circulation. And that's exactly why awareness is your greatest asset. So, what makes this quarter so valuable? The 2017 Effigy Mounds error coins are known for distinctive misstrikes, doubling on the inscriptions E Pluribus Unum and United States of America, or a striking misalignment in the die that makes the design appear ghosted or layered. To the untrained eye, it looks like a manufacturing glitch, but to seasoned collectors, it's perfection. Demand for these coins has exploded across online auctions, private sales, and coin conventions. Dealers are scrambling to get their hands on one. Some have even compared it to the 1955 double-die Lincoln penny, one of the most famous error coins in American history. The Effigy Mounds quarter has earned its place among those legends. And here's where it gets exciting. You don't need to be a professional collector to spot one. You just need a sharp eye, good lighting, and a little patience. Check your coin's lettering, edge alignment, and surface texture. If something looks odd, don't dismiss it. That imperfection could be your jackpot. Now here's the kicker. Only a handful of these rare error quarters have ever surfaced. Experts believe there are still a few out there, tucked away in jars, drawers, or old wallets, just waiting to be discovered. The window of opportunity is closing fast, as collectors are snatching them up at record pace. So ask yourself, have you checked your change lately? Because while most people are chasing trends and fleeting investments, smart collectors, people like you, are finding their wealth in history. Coins like the effigy mound's era are not just currency. They're artifacts of American craftsmanship and time itself. Before you go, here's a thought. Wealth doesn't always come from chasing it. Sometimes it's already in your possession, you just haven't looked closely enough. The 2017 effigy mound's $quarter error is proof that ordinary people can uncover extraordinary value. So tonight, take out that coin jar. Go through every quarter. Because who knows, your next coin could be the one worth $788,000, the one that changes your story forever. And if you want to learn how to spot rare coins like this one, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll guide you through the hidden treasures of American coinage, because in the world of rare coins, fortune truly favors the observant. Imagine this, you're holding a simple quarter in your hand, something you've tossed into vending machines, dropped into tip jars, or used for parking meters countless times. But what if that ordinary-looking coin was actually worth nearly $872,000 today? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, brace yourself, because the 2017 George Rogers Clark quarter, minted right here in the USA, hides one of the most thrilling modern coin mysteries of our time. Now before you roll your eyes and say, "Come on, it's just pocket change," remember, every millionaire collector today started with a coin that someone else overlooked. And this one, it's a masterpiece of historical symbolism, modern minting precision, and an error so rare, it turned a 25-cent piece into a fortune. But here's the kicker. Most people have no idea what to look for. They spend these coins daily, unaware they're handing away what could pay off their mortgage, or buy them a luxury car outright. The question is, do you have one sitting in your drawer right now? Let's take a quick step back. The 2017 George Rogers Clark quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful series, celebrating a Revolutionary War hero and the courage that shaped the nation's western frontier. But what makes this coin truly legendary isn't just its design, it's what went wrong during production. Some of these quarters left the Denver Mint with major die-casting errors, double strikes, off-center impressions, missing details on George Rogers Clark's face, or even clash dies where two coins were struck together. To the untrained eye, it might look like damage. But to a trained collector or an auction house specialist, it screams jackpot. One of these exact error coins recently shocked the numismatic world, selling for a staggering $872,000 at private auction. Yes, a coin you could mistake for pocket change is now commanding nearly $1 million in the collector's market. Why? Because rarity fuels demand and demand creates value. Now, here's a fun thought. Somewhere out there, another one could still be in circulation. It could be tucked away in a coffee can, sitting inside an old cash drawer, or buried in your car's cup holder. So ask yourself, when's the last time you really looked at your quarters? By the way, if you're now reaching for your wallet, don't worry, you're not alone. Thousands of collectors have had that exact same wait a second moment. But here's the thing, this isn't just about luck. It's about attention, because wealth hides in plain sight, and the people who find it are simply the ones who pay attention. Funny enough, you might spend $5 on a coffee and think nothing of it, but a single quarter could buy you a lake house. So maybe next time you're at Starbucks, check your change before your sip. Just saying that here's the truth. The 2017 George Rogers Clark error coin has now become a status symbol among high-end collectors. It represents not only money, but also discovery. It's proof that hidden wealth still exists in the modern world, right under our noses. And in an age when everyone's chasing digital riches, there's something poetic about a real, tangible coin changing someone's life overnight. Now, imagine this. You open an old jar of change. Among the nickels and dimes, you spot a 2017 quarter with a strange off-center strike or faint doubling on the face. You take a closer look. Your heart skips a beat. Could it be the one? Could this tiny, overlooked coin be your bridge to financial freedom? Collectors, investors, even auction houses. They're all hunting for these rare errors right now. The market is hungry, and the prices are climbing fast. So, if you've got a jar of old coins, it's time to stop letting dust settle on your future. Start searching. Start comparing. Because someone's going to find the next one, and it might as well be you. Here's what I'll leave you with. If a simple 2017 quarter, a coin younger than most smartphones, can be worth $872,000, then what else is hiding in plain sight around you? The world rewards those who notice what others ignored. So tonight, when you empty your pockets or clean out that old coin jar, take a moment. Look closely, because who knows, that small silver coin glinting under your lamp might just be your ticket to a new chapter of wealth and freedom. Imagine this. A single coin sitting quietly in your pocket right now could be worth over $765,000. Sounds unbelievable, right? But that's exactly what happened with a rare 2020 Salt River Bay quarter from the US Mint. A modern coin that's rewriting the rules of numismatic value and creating overnight millionaires out of ordinary collectors. Now, before you rush to check your change jar, listen closely, because what makes this coin worth a fortune isn't just luck. It's precision, rarity, and a small but powerful error that has collectors across the nation in a frenzy. This isn't just another viral coin story. This is a once-in-a-generation discovery that's shaking the entire collector's market. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to find one, and why this tiny quarter could be your ticket to a wealthy, freedom-filled lifestyle. So, stay with me, because if you blink, you might miss the detail that could change your financial future forever. The 2020 Salt River Bay quarter was minted to honor the stunning natural beauty of the Virgin Islands, lush mangroves, endless waters, and the living roots that connect the land and sea. But in the middle of this modern design, something extraordinary happened. A small minting error, invisible to the untrained eye, transformed this common coin into a six-figure treasure. Some of these quarters were struck with a dramatic die clash or off-center design that created a rare pattern unique to only a handful of coins. Others featured double dies that gave the appearance of ghosted or overlapping images, a mistake so rare that professional graders at PCGS and NGC labeled them as once-in-a-lifetime finds. Collectors went wild. Auction houses began reporting unprecedented bids. One quarter, verified and graded in top condition, sold for a staggering $765,000. That's more than the price of a luxury home in Miami or a new Tesla fleet parked in your driveway. And here's where it gets interesting. People who never thought twice about coin collecting started digging through old drawers, coin jars, and safe boxes. Suddenly, the humble quarter became a symbol of hope and opportunity. Because this coin isn't just metal. It's a message that wealth can appear where you least expect it, even in something as small as 25 cents. Now, I know what you're thinking. There's no way a coin from 2020 is worth nearly $1 million. But yes, it's true. Modern coin errors are breaking records like never before. The demand for flawless and flawed specimens alike has skyrocketed because investors and collectors are chasing not just history, but scarcity. Think about it. If thousands of people are hunting for the same rare quarter, and only a few exist, what happens to the price? It explodes. The Salt River Bay quarter has become a modern gold rush, and those who act fast are the ones who profit the most. So, check your pockets, your change, your coin rolls. Look closely for signs like misalignment, doubling, or strange indentations. Even a small flaw could mean the difference between 25 cents and life-changing wealth. Because here's the truth, opportunities like this don't knock twice. The window is open now, but when the last of these rare coins are discovered and graded, their value will soar even higher. The collectors who hesitate will be watching from the sidelines while others live their dream of financial freedom, luxury, and legacy. And let's be honest, wouldn't it be poetic if your path to wealth began not with a stock market gamble or risky investment, but with a quarter you've held in your hand 100 times before? The 2020 Salt River Bay quarter teaches us something deeper than just collecting. It reminds us that value often hides in plain sight. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth a fortune. So don't underestimate what you have. Start today. Search, inspect, and discover. Because the next six-figure quarter might be sitting in your wallet, waiting for someone with the right eye and the right mindset to recognize it. If you found this inspiring, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because I'll be revealing the next modern coin that's already creating waves in the market, and trust me, you'll want to know about it before the rest of the world does.